everyone, welcome back to another video. I am doing a makeup tutorial and I'm showing you the Alberta that I use for my face for moisturizing and the Glow Up Hakeem Gold Mask that I use and the Dove soap that I use for the glow, and that's what I use for my face to wash it, so you can see me wash my face. So now you see me washing my face. As you see, I'm going to wash it with the Dove soap. As you see, I'm scrubbing the hell out of my face, trying to get the dirt off. And I still have a little glue on my face from my wig. Still trying to get the soap on a rag. It's being really difficult to put the soap on a rag. I don't know why this soap does not set up so fast, but it's taking forever for me to soap this rag. Like I said, this soap is taking forever to soap up, so I'm going to sit here and try to set it up as best as I can and get it on my face as best as I can, since it's taking forever to set up or even show some type of soap on it. So here I go, washing my face, trying to get all the dirt off of it and get as much as dirt off of it I can, and scrub it as hard as I can so I can get all around my face. I mean, all around my face, all around it. So now I'm gonna go in with my glowing soap and I'm gonna wash it with this. This is like a second wash, like not a second wash, but like more of a first coat of moisturizer. So as I go in and put this on my face, I'm getting all around, and I'm going to put it around my eyebrows, and it doesn't harden up, so you ain't got to worry about it hardening up on your face. So as I rub this all over my face and get it all in the areas that it needs to be, in the middle of my nose, above my eyebrows, on the side of my face, under my chin, and all that, while I get that all in there and try to get it the best amount on my face as I can. You don't want it thin. You don't want it to look thin on your face, because you're not getting a good result. So you want it as thick as possible on your face. So as I let this sit, I'm going to show you guys the wig that I got from Amazon, and it's a pretty good wig. It is all 26 inches. It's black, lace front, body wave. I love it. It's long. I love long hair. You see the lace I cut already around the whole head or whatever. So I cut it good. I think I did. So I cut it as much as I could so it wouldn't show or whatever. But this is the wig, and I love it. It's the length, and I love the way it looks on the hair and on my head, and it's really a comfortable wig. Well, back to the face, where I'm fanning my face so I can dry it a little bit, as much as possible as I can dry it. But right now, I'm gonna take it off, and we'll rinse it off, and make sure that I get all of it off. You don't want none of it to stay on your face, because it does harden up after a while, and it starts to flake, like you would make biscuits or whatever. You make the flaky ones. That's how it looks on your face. When you leave residue on your face, it flakes up. So now I'm washing it all off, making sure I get all of it off, and as I see it's all off, so I'm going to dry it all my face off, and then I'm going to moisturize it with my second moisturizer, because I love this moisturizer right here. This is the best moisturizer. I really love this moisturizer. It really helps my skin and makes it glow after I put it on, but you finna see. But I'm trying to get all the stuff off my face. Right now I have some old residue from my lashes that I had, and I'm trying to get as much of it as I can off. So now I'm about to go in with the moisturizer and get it everywhere on my face. It's clear, so it doesn't really show like where I'm putting it, but I'm trying to put it so much places so you can see it. So now you see the moisturizers on my face, and it's kind of shiny, but it looks good. And okay, now that I done the moisturizer, I'm gonna do the foundation. I got some new little sponges that I got from Dollar Tree. They were like $1, and they're little cute little sponges. Like this one is purple, little ombre to it is cute, And then I got another one that's a little marble, and it's cute too. So yeah, that's the sponges. So here we go. We're putting on the makeup. As you guys know, I wear the gloves, and I like wearing the gloves because I don't like to have the mess on my hands and have to wash my hands after putting on makeup and stuff. So I wear the gloves for the makeup. So now that I got the gloves on, I'm going to start off with my foundation. It is by Geneva, and it is the tan or neutral colors. So I'm going to start with that first. I'm going to use the marble sponge to use for my foundation because it's white. But yeah, I got some extra other stuff from Amazon. I got me some lashes as well from Amazon. So yeah, so we're gonna start off with the marble um sponge and push my stuck my thing back on my head so I can get my full face. So now I'm gonna go in with the foundation. I'm putting some on my sponge and get enough on there. I put just a little bit on there. So I'm gonna get all around my whole face, do a whole full coverage of my face. Get all the way around it. I mean, in my eyes, under my chin, everywhere in my ears, everywhere. Trying to get as much as possible covered as I can on my face. I try to get my ears mainly, and I try to get under my chin as much as I can so that it all blends in good. So now I'm gonna go in with a dark concealer. I'm gonna put it in certain spots on my head, on my nose, on top of my head, around my chin, on my side of my face, and certain parts of my face so that it'll blend in good and it won't look so white as it do. Cause I look white. Right now I look really white. So I'm trying to blend that in and make sure I get a little bit of darkness to that color because that looks really white. So let's see if we can get that that light color off my face. So as I blend this in and make sure it's blended in good, I'm making sure I'm getting in all areas to make sure I don't, you know, it don't look too white or whatever. But it's looking good now. It's starting to look like my natural color. So I ain't gotta worry about that now, but my eyes still look kind of white, so I'm thinking about putting in some more dark right there, but I might not if I can rub it in good enough where it doesn't look so white around the eyes. But as I go in and blend it in as much as I can, and then go in with the concealer that I got, the Pro Concealer I got, it is in the tan, a cream tan, so as you see, I'm still trying to blend it in as much as I can because it's not blending in as much as well as I want it to. So I'm trying to blend it in as much as I can around the eyes and the cheeks and stuff. So I'm blending it as much as I can in so it'll get in real good on my face and around my nose because I still see a little bit of it on there. So I'm going to try to blend it in as much as I can. So I go in with this Pro Concealer on the middle of my nose. I like to contour the middle of my nose. And then I'm going to go to the, around my eyes. And as you see, they're already white, but I'm trying to get all the dark circles out of my eyes because I have a lot of problems with dark circles. So I'm trying to remove all the dark circles by putting the concealer around my eyes and stuff and blend it in as much as I can too with that. And make sure I get it around my whole entire eye that I have black circles at. So now that I'm blending in my eyes and getting them squared away and making sure that they're good, and I'm getting all the dark circles out my eyes, and as you see, it's kind of light around there, but I'm gonna fix that as well too. But right now I'm just trying to get the concealer in my eyes as clear as possible so it doesn't look too white, but it does take away the dark circles. So now that I keep blending it in and getting as much as I can in there, making sure that it's blending in as much as it can. But look at this. Look at my hands. They have all makeup on them. So that's exactly why I wear the gloves when I put on my makeup, so I don't have to have that gunk all over my hands. So now you guys see why I wear the gloves. So now I'm going to start on my brows. And as you see, I got cuts in my gloves and stuff, so I had to change my gloves because they had cuts in them, and I don't want the makeup to go through the holes of the gloves, so I'm putting on new gloves so I don't have to have makeup on my hands again. So that's why I wear the gloves, and you guys should too. Put on them gloves so your face won't get that stuff, or your hands won't get that stuff. So now I start on my brows. Right now I'm shaping them or outlining them and make sure I get the right curve in there, make sure I go up and down, so I'm not gonna like push the pen on my face and make it any darker. So I'm doing it as lightly as I can and brushing brushing the pencil on my eyebrows so they don't get too dark, but I am making sure they're outlined on there. So that's what I'm doing now, is outlining my brows. So now I go in with my spoolie and brush through the brows and make sure I blend it in good with the shape that I want. But right now it might look messy, but trust the process and you guys will see that my brows turn out right. And I'm just trying to make sure I brush it in, make sure I get as much as that on my brows blended in so you don't see the outline. That's what I hate the most about having two hands and me doing my own makeup, is that when I do it, I can never like get my edges on my eyebrow right. So yeah, that part. But right now I'm gonna go in with my Pro Concealer and clean up my brows around the edges of it. Make sure I clean up my brows and edge them right. Make sure they're around my eyes even, and I gotta they're not uneven where one side is higher than the other. So that's what I'm doing right now, is evening out my brows and making sure they're even across my face. So now I'm using the Pro Concealer to really just clean up my brows and make sure they're even across my face, like I said, and make sure they're good. I know I got a unibrow in the middle of my face. Like every time somebody do their brows, they have a unibrow. So excuse the unibrow, but trust the process. So, I got the unibrow across my head, but it will be going away pretty soon. I know I look crazy as hell with the unibrow, but hey. But now I'm gonna go in and blend it in with my ombre purple sponge with the tip of it. So I'm gonna blend that in as good as I can, so they don't show through. But I'm blending in as much as I can around the nose and the forehead and making sure I get a good blend in right there. A lot of people like a light tone underneath their eyebrow to bring out their eyeshadow. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I'm taking a pencil to it to clean it up, replace what I had wiped off, but to clean it up and make sure it looks good. So that's what you see me doing now, is cleaning up my brows and making sure they're even, and using the spoolie again, and fixing the middle of my brows so that they can blend in good and have that good fade in there in the middle of your brow. You don't want to keep the unibrow, but you do want to have a fade in there so it'll look natural. So as I blend this in and make sure it's in there good, and then eventually take away that unibrow so you guys don't stop talking about the unibrow. I'm still trying to get it as much as I can where it blends in good in the middle of my face. See, I wiped off the unibrow, so you guys ain't gotta worry about the unibrow no more. But I'm cleaning it up with the pencil again and getting the edges right and making sure they're on there good. And about to use my spoolie again so that I can blend in the middle of my brows. So now I go in with my lashes. I got these at Amazon, and they're fluffy and they're got the 3D look, and I'm using my tweezers, and I'm gonna pull them off of there with the tweezers and place them on my face. And right now I'm struggling to get the damn thing off of there, but I'm gonna get it off of there eventually. Okay, now you see that these are 3D lashes, and they got the little curve underneath there, and they got the fluffiness underneath there. So yeah, now we're putting it on the eye, and we're trying to angle it right on there so it'll have that lift up there up top, and I'm trying to get it as best as I can up there, and it's not working for me. It's really not working for me on that other end. It's like really keeps sliding. Every time I put one end up, the other end go down. So I'm still trying to figure out this lash. This lash is giving me a hard ass time, literally. Right now I'm trying to make sure it stay up there. So right now it's staying, but it's not staying. So you see the end right there keeps going down every time I press on it. So I'm trying to keep it on there as much as I can so it'll stay on there. But I'm using the tweezers to press underneath my eyelid so it can press my lashes up against the lid. But that damn side. So now I got that lash up there to stay a little bit. So I'm pressing underneath it to press my natural lash on the lash so that it can stay on there. So that's what I'm doing now, is pressing the lash on there so it can stay. And then after I do that, then it should stay after that, but it's gonna be difficult. So while I press it up there and stuff, I'm gonna get some more glue and brush that underneath my eyelid, underneath my lashes, just to make sure that my lash is still underneath there and that it's going to stay underneath there and it's going to stay longer. This what makes the lashes last longer on your eyes and stuff. So as you see, I'm pressing it on there so it can stay and make sure they stay on there. So now I go on with the second lash, and this one's gonna be difficult. As I can see, this one's gonna be difficult as hell. So it's gonna take me a while to put this one on there, and this one's gonna be difficult, just like I said, difficult as hell, because this one ain't gonna stay on there. So this is gonna be a struggle. As I see, this one's gonna give me a hard time. This one is not staying at all. Not one damn bit is it staying. Like, I put it on my eye and it falls off. So, it's not staying at all. So I'm gonna keep struggling with it. As you guys see, I'm gonna struggle with it until I get it right. But it's gonna take a while because it's not acting right at all. So trying to get one end up and the other end go down. One end down, one end up. One end down, one end up. It's difficult as hell. This eye is so difficult. As you see, it's still giving me problems. In a minute, it's gonna start blinking, and then in a minute, it's gonna start watering because I'm gonna put the glue underneath the eyelid, and then my eye is gonna say, "Fuck you." It's gonna like literally start hurting. So excuse the pause during the video, but I had to get that shit out of my eye because it started to hurt. So as you see, it's on there for a minute, but then I brush it and then bam. It got me good right there. So I'm going to try it again with the eye and see if I can get it in there as good as I can this time. But that first time I had to stop and pause and wash my eye out, then put more foundation around my eye and fix it, and it just would not stay. So it took me a while to get this one to stay. It took me a long while to get this one to stay. It just would not stay at all. It was burning my eyes. You see my eyes been watering. It's got some of the black underneath it from my eye watering from the last glue getting into my eye. Everybody knows how last glue hurts like hell when it gets in your eye. It burns like shit. So I'm over here struggling with this one lad. Now I'm fixing my foundation and fixing the mess ups and everything from me trying to fix that lash and stuff. So I'm over here fixing the foundation that I have on my face. So blend it in as good as I can because I just put in some more foundation on my face because my eye was watering from the lash and stuff. So yeah, I just had to refix the foundation. So now I'm gonna go in with the dark red on my Geneva palette berry, and I'm gonna go in then to my upper crease of my eye. So I'm gonna do that with my brush. I'm gonna take that to the top part of my eye. So now I'm gonna go in with the red at the top part of my eye. Make sure I get all around the top of it. Make sure I get all around the top of it. Sometimes I get it in my crease, but I'm gonna fix that too. So right now I'm just doing the top part of my eye. So I'm trying to get it in as best as I can and get it in there as best as I can and try to blend it in as much as I can. So I'm going in with the berry red right now on the top lid of my eye. So right now I'm gonna go in with the darker berry palette around the end of my eye, just to get that part right there to have the dark at the end. So that's what I'm doing right now, is putting the dark at the end of my eye, and then I'm going to put the concealer on the cut crease of my eye. So right now I'm looking for my concealer. So now you see me gonna put it in my cut crease and get it in there good. I take my time at that part because I don't want to get it all over my lid. So I try to get it as close as I can to my cut crease at that part of my eye. So now I'm gonna start on the other eye and do the same application as I did to the other eye, and blend it in as good as I can. Get it in there as good as I can. It's up there. Kind of got it higher than I got the other eye, but we'll fix it. But right now I'm just going in and blending it in with the red at the top part of the eye. So then I can put my other color on top. But right now I'm just doing the crease on the top of my eye. And again, I'm going in with the cut crease right there at the top part of my eye, because I think the first time I didn't show you guys how the process of it. So I'm going to show you the process of this one. But I'm putting in the cut crease right now and blending it in. I think I put too much product right there, but we'll blend it in as much as we can. But as you see, I'm doing the cut crease. I'm getting it as best as I can around the crease of my eye, as you see. And then I'm going to go in with a tan and not a tan, a neutral, to blend it, to take away the lightness of the concealer, and I'm going to blend that in as good as I can. So now I go in with the sparkly wine color on my eyelid, and I'm taking that to where I put the cut crease at, so that's where that's gonna be. I'm making sure that's in the cut crease as good as it can be, as much as it can be, as thick as it can be, so it can shine through and be lighter than the one I put in my top part of my crease. So that's what I'm doing now is by fixing my eyelid and stuff. So now I'm gonna go in with the gold at the middle of the tear duct of my eye. I'm gonna go with the gold right there and blend that in as much as I can so it doesn't look caked up right there. But I'm blending in as much as I can so it can go good with that part of my eye. So now I'm gonna fix my foundation again and make sure it's flawless again, and dust up all the makeup that I used on my face. So that's why I'm dusting on my eyes, around my eyes and stuff, to take away the excess product on my face. So now I start at the lips, and I am now outlining my lips with the lip liner. After that, I'm going to put some lip gloss on and make sure I got all the way around my lips. And then I'm going to ombre them with my Pro Concealer so that it can blend in good. So, I'm going to have it like in the middle of my lips where it's light, where I got, like real light in the middle and like a little bit dark around the outside of it. So, I'm trying to give it that ombre look. So I give it that ombre look. Right now, I'm still trying to get the ombre look, but it's like giving me the vibe of 1 minute you want to be ombre, 1 minute you don't. 1 minute you want to be ombre, 1 minute you don't. But I'm gonna get it right, y'all. I'm gonna get it right. We gonna get it right. So now I'm going in with the lip gloss and trying to get that on there good and glossy and make it pop out good, make it look good. So I'm brushing it on there lightly and smoothing it in good with my lips. So that's the look for the makeup. So I'm finna put on some more gloves and put on my wig, cause I gotta mess with the glue. So I'm gonna put on some more gloves. So now I'm taking off the wrap on my head, and you see I got that stocking cap on, and my edges are pushed back, and I'm finna commence on putting on the glue on my edge, well, around the cap of my head, and I'm pushing back the hair in there so it don't have none of my hair showing or it doesn't get any of the glue on none of my hair. Okay, now I'm about to start in with the glue. I'm putting this around the border of my hair, around the top part of the lace, where the lace is going to be laid at. So that's where I'm putting the glue. I'm making sure I put enough around the edges of my hair so the lace can stay. But it seems like this glue ain't working too good, or it's clogged up or whatever. But right now I'm trying to put it in on top of my head, but best as I can without it like putting too much, because you don't want too much on there, because then your wig will never come off. So I'm gonna flatten it out, spread it around up there, make sure it's on there good, and just spread it around my edges of my cap, so when I put the lace on, it's not like on there it looks white or whatever. So I'm rubbing it in so it don't look white. So that's what I'm doing right now with the glue. So yeah, I've got it around there, so now I'm going to use my fingertip and just smooth it out. So after I smooth it out, I'm gonna grab this blow dryer and I'm gonna put it on my scalp and let it dry out the glue. Not dry it out, but make it sticky. So that's why I keep testing it with my finger and see how sticky it is. So right now I'm just blowing it out. As you can see, it's getting clear. But with my foundation, it's gonna turn it different. It's gonna turn a color. So, but it's gonna be clear, so you don't have to worry about it being white when you put the wig on and stuff like that. So I'm making sure it's as tacky as possible. So right now I'm just blow drying it, making sure that it stays up there and making sure it gets tacky enough. But boy, is that dryer hot. So now I'm putting on the wig, lining it up with the glue, making sure my edges of the other lace is on the glue. But you know how you hate when you goddamn putting the wig on and the lace it's too small so it doesn't go all the way around your head. But I'm fixing it, making sure it go all around my head. You see, it's not wet glue, it's tacky right now, so it's gonna be easy to install and stay on there. So that's what I'm doing with that. I'm pressing it down, making sure I got all my edges around my top part of my head pressed down. So now I got my wig pressed down on all sides. I'm gonna take the blow dryer and blow dry it out, blow dry the base so it can stay up there and make sure the lace is on there tight. I'm pressing down, making sure I got all my edges pressed down on the wig. Make sure it's not lifting or anything around the edges of it. And then I'm gonna start on doing my edges. But right now I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't come up. So now I'm gonna start on my edges and cut them out, make sure I got them angled the way I need them to be, and make sure that they're right, make sure that I'm not gonna curl them. I've seen that on YouTube where people curl their edges, and I am not putting no curling iron that damn close to my head. You got me fucked up. So now I'm gonna pull my top part of my hair up in a ponytail so that it can stay, so I can do my edges and take out the edges that I need to put on my edges. So right now I'm putting it up in a ponytail with the top part of my hair in a ponytail. I had to make a rubber band out of one of my gloves, but I've showed you guys that before. So, but here we go with making the edges. As you see, it's kind of rough because I already had some product in there once already. So right now it's kind of rough, but right now I'm gonna cut this and put them in the edges. So when I put these in the edges, the way I cut them is I cut in an angle going down from each side. Like if I'm doing my left, I cut to my left, but I cut downwards. When I'm doing my right, I cut downwards, like the shape of a triangle. So now that I got it squared out where I want it, I'm cutting it the way I need it to be cut so that it doesn't, it make good edges. So I'm cutting my baby hair, my baby bangs. I'm cutting them out just to make sure they're in there good. And then I'm looking for my gel. I use Edge Booster. That's the best stuff. It smells good. I love the smell of all Edge Boosters. They have different flavors, and I love it. I love Edge Boosters. They smell good, they control your edges, and they stay there for a while. start on the other side, and like I did the first, I cut out, I combed it down, and then I combed it down, then which it looks like it's a struggle, because I'm over there struggling. I put a lot of product in the first time I did this, so it's going to be hard to try to get all the product out of it while I try to make edges on this side, but I'm going to try. So right now I am struggling still, trying to get that edge out, and I think I've got the way how much I want out, so I'm gonna cut this and put this into baby bang. So while I do this side and swoop it around, I always wonder why one side gotta be harder than the other. One side gotta be always fucking harder than the other. I did one side, it was easy, it was smooth. But then this side wanna be difficult and shit. Can't keep it right, can't keep the lace down out the way or none of that. So this is gonna be a difficult ass edge, and I hate that. Whenever you do something, one part gotta be difficult than the other. That is so frustrating. Now it's time to brush it out and end this video, and I hope you guys like the video, and I love the hair, I love the makeup, and I hope you guys liked it too. Like, share, follow, subscribe. I'm brushing this stuff out. It's long as hell. It's hard as hell to brush, like really hard as hell to brush. But I'm brushing it out and stuff like that. So, like I said, you guys like, share, subscribe, and watch out for the next video. Keep it classy.